Leonardo da Vinci became an Italian Renaissance artist, sculptor, inventor, architect, musician, cartographer, mathematician, engineer, anatomist, geologist, author, and botanist. He knows various fields. As a master artist, Leonardo maintained an in-depth workshop in Milan, using apprentices and students. Best regarded for his art, Da Vinci has these days acquired a brand new wave of recognition for his insightful and motivational quotes. Leonardo da Vinci quotes works as a healer on a wound. He inspires me to become a better person whenever I read them. His notebooks monitor a spirit of clinical inquiry and a mechanical inventiveness that have been centuries beforehand in their time. Leonardo da Vinci quotes about love, life, art, success will help you to be a stress-free person. His quotes are worldwide famous. He was the one person who believes that time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. So, let's have a look into some inspirational quotes by him. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but they whose heart is firm, and whose conscience approves their conduct, will pursue their principles unto death. This Leonardo da Vinci quote is a fact as it conveys the important message that people who can smile when they are in any problem, dare to overcome any stress, and are brave are in love. The one who has a little mind and an unstable mind gets stuck, but the one whose heart is stable can stick to their principles until death. Learning never exhausts the mind. Learning is never harmful to the mind. It will provide you exposure to a lot of things that you are unaware of. It is a device that nourishes our minds and soothes our souls. It is a need for each private and expert profession because it makes us able to expertise and manages matters in a higher manner in life. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. When there is an exaggeration, ostentatious knowledge can never exist there. Iron rusts from disuse. Water loses its purity from stagnation. Nonetheless does the state of being inactive sap the power of the mind. So we should stretch ourselves to the very limits of human possibility. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. It is amazing to do things on time as they avoid unnecessary problems. There is no point in having great knowledge and keeping them all to you. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. Silence gives rise to a problem. Sometimes, phrases aren't all they may be cracked as much as to be. Silence can yield extra energy than phrases. Inventor and artist Leonardo da Vinci said, "Nothing strengthens authority as much as silence. Experience is a truer guide than the words of others." This Leonardo da Vinci quote is a fact that experience gives you the right direction, not words. I shall rely upon that's lots more and greater worthy, on experience. The mistress in their masters, they move approximately overvalued and pompous, dressed and adorned with, now no longer in their very own labors, however of these of others, and they'll now no longer permit me my very own. They will scorn me as an inventor, however, how much greater may they, who aren't inventors however vaunters and declaimers of the works of others, be blamed. Reprove your friend in secret and praise him in public. Always tell your friend in private when he is wrong and always applaud him in public. Never insult your friend in public. We must tell them in person that they were wrong. Obstacles cannot bend me. Every obstacle yields to effort. Obstacles must not make you weak. They should make you brawny. We want to analyze our errors so that we no longer run the threat of repeating them. Good writing comes from good talent. Perfect writing comes from the skills, talent, and knowledge that you possess. There are a lot of benefits of having good handwriting, such as it serves as a record for the future and helps you in getting a job in later life and improving communication skills. Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. This quote says that we feel pressed for time due to our psychology, not just the tyranny of the clock. Time is enough for everyone who knows how to utilize it. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. It means that if you live well, you also probably live more. The expression might mean that a good pupil Students should learn everything that the master, teacher knows and then learn more. The studies additionally indicate that we have extra enjoyment time than at nearly every other factor in human history, but we revel in extra shortage of time than at every other factor in history. Life well spent is long. It means that if you live well, you also probably live more. Living your life happily as being happy may have major benefits for your health. It promotes a stress-free and healthy environment. Every obstacle yields to stern resolve. This Leonardo da Vinci quote is a truth that every problem has a solution. Problem fixing offers us a mechanism for figuring out those things, identifying why they're damaged, and figuring out a path of motion to restore them. It is useful to constantly observe, note, and consider. It is good to learn, note, observe, and consider everything to achieve something. Improving these talents permits you to listen with greater than simply your ears and make higher decisions. I have wasted my hours. This Leonardo da Vinci quote says that we all feel that time is precious. I hate to waste time, so it is the sort of contradiction for me to admit that my every egocentric second is a complete waste. But I stay as a contradiction. I can't vary the instances I have stated to myself that I will now no longer waste some other second in anger or selfishness, but I nevertheless do. You must know how to utilize it effectively and efficiently. For those colors which you wish to be beautiful, always first prepare a pure white ground. This Leonardo da Vinci quote is my favorite as it conveys the important message that if you want to gain something, you should have an initial plan to reach the final point. Whoever does not respect life does not deserve it. Everyone must respect their life if they want life to respect them. You must be grateful towards life as take a second to look in the mirror and recognize the amazing you. You must know that you are a treasured present from God. Every time God brings a brand new lifestyle into the world, it smiles his manner of telling us that he loves us. Life without love is no life at all. This quote by Leonardo da Vinci quote is a fact which says that life without love is like a rainbow without color. Love causes our body to release feel-good hormones and neurochemicals that trigger specific, positive reactions. It teaches you kindness, compassion, and selflessness. Simplicity is the best sophistication. This quote says that be simple, be unique, and be you. Living a simple lifestyle allows you to see the reality of life more conveniently. Your mind will be stress-free as it has nothing to worry about. It is easier to stick to the rules and make wise decisions. It is the best style that you can carry. Learn diligence before speedy execution. Learn to be calm and patient before taking any action in swift. It will reduce the chances of getting stuck in problems. If your mind is in fight or flight mode, your overheated limbic machine can cycle via a limitless collection of horrifying possibilities. I wish to work miracles. This quote is what everyone wishes, to do a miracle. Sometimes we wish to control everything, but we can't do it because only God has the power to do it. What we can do is pray. Details make perfection, and perfection is not a detail. Details lead to perfection, but they don't define perfection. As work done with details will lead to productivity, every action needs to be prompted by a motive. Whatever you are doing should have a motive behind it. To apprehend the world, it's vital you expand the capacity to understand the incentive that drives a person. This consists of yourself. With higher knowledge of your motivation, you may make higher choices. I love those who can smile in trouble. Love this quote by Leonardo da Vinci, which says people who deal with stress by keeping a smile on their faces are my favorite. As a smile reduces the stress, it gives you the reason to be happy. Smiling enhances positive emotions. This part of the mind facilitates sensory rewards, like flavor and touch. Interestingly, while individuals notice the identical face with a smile, the mind hobby increased. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. You won't regret learning ever. It enhances our self-esteem and increases life satisfaction. optimism, and belief in our abilities. Learning new matters offers us a sense of achievement which, in turn, boosts our self-belief in our very own capabilities. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. The greatest subterfuge that men face is from his opinions only. Sometimes people form their opinions that are not right, and in the output, it messes everything up. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. The best pleasure is in understanding everything. It enables us to expect what humans would possibly sense in a sure situation. However, it additionally lets us make feel of ways humans react. It can ameliorate explanatorily when one has more true beliefs about correct explanations, and true beliefs are of fundamental epistemic value. The knowledge of all things is possible. It is possible to know everything. It is valuable for personal growth and development. Knowledge solves troubles in lifestyles that may be solved with the strength of knowledge. Not to punish evil is equivalent to authorizing it. This Leonardo da Vinci quote says that if you are not raising your voice against anything wrong is like you are supporting it. The closing ought to encompass such measures as isolation. A good way to save you the wrongdoer is having touch with capability victims, or the elimination of a hand is a good way to make robbery extra difficult. The deeper the feeling, the greater the pain. This Leonardo da Vinci quote is a fact that your pain depends on the intensity of your feeling. Expectations always hurt. The deeper you feel, the greater you will feel hurt if it goes away from you. These Leonardo da Vinci quotes will surely leave a lasting impression on you. His quotes will motivate, inspire, and encourage you to do better in your life. Leonardo da Vinci quotes will energize you and prompt you to apply them in your life, and will also help you to uplift your mood. With this, we give up with positivity and inhale peace inside. Leonardo da Vinci and plenty of influencers like him are trying their best to create this world a better place to live in. Every artist is attempting to find their definition of art. However, till you locate your own, make sure to stay with the aid of using the phrases of those exceptional people. Tell us your experience after hearing the quotes below in the comments. Don't forget to like and share these quotes with your loved ones.